Hello and welcome to Yerushalmi Berachos, Daf Pei. Two very interesting aras, again comparing Bavli to Yerushalmi. So a couple of things that will all tie together. The Gemara says, Ravo b'shem Rav Yosi Rabbi Chanina says, Hadad Amr Lefanav. Okay, so there's a halacha that somebody has to wash their hands at Teil Sedayim before they eat. So the last Gemara said that Adam Mahalach Arba Mila, you have to go 4 mil. Now, does this mean that how much a person goes on their feet, that's how long they have to travel? Because if that would, do you go by the 4 mil as a distance? Meaning, let's say you have a car and you could go 4 mil in seconds or minutes, right? So the Mishabura says clearly in Ber Halacha 163 that the main thing is not the distance, but it's the travel time. So if someone's looking for water, he has to travel 72 minutes. And again, that's only if he's on that direction. So we would expect a person to wait 72 minutes before eating. Obviously, we're not talking about health issues. We're not talking about any pikuach nefesh. Obviously, we're talking about just that's reasonable to ask someone to wait that long. However, if it's more than 72 minutes, that 4 mil distance, so then one would not have to wait. So comes along Ravo b'shem Rav Yosi Rabbi Chanina, and he says that's only if you're traveling that way anyway. But Aval Acharav, what about going backwards? So now listen carefully. Ein matrichono, so he doesn't have to, which implies that it's nice if he goes, but he doesn't have to. Which again, I don't want to poskin on that because it's machlokes between Bavli and Yerushalmi. And again, this is where it comes in really, really handy to have the Yifei Einayim. So Yifei Einayim is in Berachos stuff Tesvav Mid Aleph. And basically, he says clearly that this Gemara is quoted in the Bavli in Psachim 46a, and also it's in Chulin. And there it says that if it's less than a mil, he's required. So that's about a quarter of a time of the 72 minutes. So he is required to go in the opposite direction. However, you see clearly that Yerushalmi held that he's not required at all. And then the Gemara has a question: what about the Shomrei Ginos of Bardesos that really they can't go anywhere? They're not going anywhere forward. They're not going anywhere backwards. So what do we do? So do you consider it like it's in front of them or behind them? And the Gemara has a whole explanation. So just interesting to look at the difference between the Bavli and Yerushalmi. Chazal in the Bavli, and this is how we poskin, they are matriach a person to go that quarter of that 1 mil, which is a quarter of 72 minutes. Do the math. If it's out of their way. But there is another trick that the Bavli also has, which is that a person could wash and cover their hands. And the Gemara here has stories, which you'll see, that it kind of makes fun of the Babylonians for doing that. And that that was their way of doing it, where they cover their hands and they don't have to wash. So Ayin Sham, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, it's a big mitzvah to wash one's hands, and there are ways that a person can wash before they travel. But this Gemara is talking about kind of b'diavad. If a person was not able to or didn't have water, what should he do then? I wish you a great day.